off of you if you breastfeed. When I tell you I lost like 40 pounds in 2 months, maybe less than that, just because of breastfeeding and having a baby. So, but I gained a lot of it back once I started back drinking. but anyway, for my self-care, I take time for myself and to myself. I walk, drink a lot of water, talk to my friends. I talk to my friends a lot. I have a group chat in a Marco Polo group. Okay. There's nothing that can be overstated about having a good group of girlfriends who just rock with you and support you and so, I mean, having conversations with my friends is definitely self-care. I like to cook with my grandmother's cookware. Okay. Cooking is self-care for me because it makes me just feel connected to her, and I like to create things with my hands. I used to paint. I haven't painted in a while. I read and play with my baby now. Having fun with him is self-care for me.
What are your plans for this year?
This year, I want to kick my savings into overdrive. I like having money a lot more than I like spending it. So I'm just trying to look at different ways to create new streams of income, multiple streams of income. I would like to move into a house, but that's not high up, but I like the idea of me having a yard, but that may be like in the next 5 years. So really just trying to get myself financially together, and I want to go on a maybe Kamalu's first international trip. His dad is Nigerian, so he has relatives in Nigeria, so maybe we could take that 18-hour flight to Nigeria. But that's another thing that's like, well, maybe next year, because he's still kind of young. But absolutely, just financially getting myself together. I want to edit more books. I want to get back to writing because I'm someone who, well, I was about to say was a writer. I am a writer, but I have not written in quite some time. And writing is definitely one of those use it or lose it type things. But you can always get back on there. So just kind of giving myself a challenge to just write more, because as it stands, I'm an editor. So, and I treat every book like it's my own, but, and it's a great thing to be able to help people get their messages out there. But I have stuff to say too, So just kind of writing more, becoming more financially sound, having multiple streams of income, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's a lot. That's quite a bit. Yeah.
It is. It is. And I also would like to commit more to walking more. Because like I mentioned before, I am plus size. I would like to lose some weight. And you can really get overwhelmed with where do you start? What do you do? And so I'm just like, just put one foot in front of the other and walk. And that's just where I start. So that's what I've been doing. Just walking. Just walking.
That's actually one of my things that I've learned to enjoy, being outside, which mostly is just walking trails or just spending time outside. It feels good to me. Yeah, it's kind of neat.
And I want Kamalu to be like an outdoor kid. I want him to like going outside and playing and stuff like that, and getting dirty and being in mud. I used to do all of that stuff when I was a kid. Dig up worms and play with bugs and all of that stuff. I want him to do all of that. I don't really want him to be a little screen kid.
Yeah, so, the iPads.
I don't see me ever getting him a cell phone until it is absolutely necessary. Because like these kids now, like the kids that I nanny for, they feel like they need cell phones. But I'm like, cell phone for? Other than, I feel like maybe when I was younger, I could have benefited from a cell phone just because I was, left alone a lot and stuff like that. But then my mom will be like, you better answer that phone or else. So you don't need to be nowhere where I don't know where you at. You just better answer that landline. So, but like as I started doing activities after school, because I got my first cell phone in 10th grade, so maybe I could have benefited from having one a little bit earlier than that. But if somebody knows where you are at all times, and I have that adult's phone number, what you need a phone for? I don't get it. But
that's true.
Yeah, I don't. Kamalu ain't getting no phone. Kamalu probably won't get a phone until Kamalu can pay for it for himself. Quite frankly.
Right.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Poor Kamalu. He gonna want to be on the group chats with his friends.
Yep.
And he's gonna be like,
he gonna like, everybody got a phone. I ain't everybody's mama.
There it is. First of all, well, listen. Thank you so much for talking with me. I enjoyed this, Jasmine. I knew that you would have very similar perspectives like myself in certain areas. I kind of felt like you would, and it was interesting being able to talk. It was good to be able to talk to someone about that because, like I mentioned, even with the R. Kelly thing. Beyond that, it's just infuriating to me. It's just infuriating. Right. So I really wanted to know what your thoughts were on that, and obviously find out how you've been doing and find out about more about Kamalu and how that experience has been for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess to sum it up, I hate R. Kelly and Dirty Old Men. I haven't listened to his music in years. Like. For so many people, they're like, well, I still like his music. I was never a huge fan, but now I have like this visceral reaction to hearing it. It's like, turn it off. I don't want to see him, don't want to hear it. It was a very natural, like, it's almost like when I see Trump, it's like, I don't want to see it, turn it off. So it's very natural for me to not listen to him, even if I know that it's a song that he's produced for another artist, I don't listen to it. And so I don't like R. Kelly, don't like Dirty Old Men, do not believe in fast hell girls. I'm dismayed by what's happening in our country, but I'm hopeful that it'll turn around soon. What else did we talk about? I'm trying to just give it a recap.
Okay. Travel experiences.
Everybody travel and go somewhere by yourself. Because you'll learn a lot about yourself. I surprise myself by, especially being a woman traveling, people try to just make you so scared. Like, you going by yourself and you're going to do that by yourself, but do it. Yeah. You'll be okay. Just be smart. If you're smart in America, you can be smart in another country.
Exactly. That's true. Very much so. Very much so. I find that to be the case.
You can get mugged, raped, robbed, killed right outside your house, like right now. Any inner city. So everything that happens here can happen somewhere else, and so don't be afraid to travel.
And be aware. When I went to Paris by myself, and I was talking to my sister on the phone, and she said, "What is it like?" I said, "It's like fucking DC is what it's like. It's like DC is what it's hood as shit. It's hood as shit.
It's like a city is a city is a city.
A city is a city. Yep. Well, thank you again, and I appreciate it. This will probably go up on my YouTube, my blog, and it'll be pieces of it on IG in about 2 weeks. And about 2 weeks. And again, thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll be exchanging messages on social media.
Okay.
All right.
You're welcome. This was fun.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I didn't know my lips was ashy till I got on camera.
I can't see it. You good?
Well, I can feel it.
Oh, okay.
So don't let your viewers dog out my ashy lips. lips.
Nah, never that. Never that. Bye, Jasmine.
Bye. I don't know how to turn it off.
Me either. Why am I struggling to look? My thumb all over the place. Oh, okay. I think it's this X. This is hilarious.